children, today let's start with chapter number 6, reproduction in animal. So in this chapter, we will study about reproduction. It is the process that generates new organism from parent existing organism of the same kind. Right? It is a biological process. जिसमें हम क्या reproduce करते हैं? Offspring of the same kind, which is biological similar. It enables and ensures continuity of species generation after generation. What are its main feature? Reproduction ensure continuity or life on earth. Right? Act as a bridge to hereditary. यहाँ पे continuous होता है, continuation होता है characters का from parent to daughter cell. ठीक है, copying of DNA, variation or retained harmful ones. Variation helps the species to withstand drastic environmental changes. It inbuilt tendency of variation like fuel or evolution. Now, method of reproduction. We have two types, sexual or asexual. What is sexual reproduction? In which two parent, one male and other female of the same species are reproduced. Each parent produces a reproductive cell or gamete, and it involves creation of new individual through union of reproductive cell. जिसे हम क्या कहते हैं? Gametes कहते हैं, जो आपके different parents are. Right? The male gamete is called sperm and female is called agar-ovum. When the male and the female gamete fuse together, a third new cell is formed, जिसे हम zygote कहते हैं. And the process of fusion of sperm and ovum is called fertilization. So zygote fertilized egg divides many times to form a ball of cell. जो embryo में grow करता है, it changes over a period of time. Then we have bisexual and unisexual organism. There are certain multicellular organisms. So organism in which we have male sex organ, जो क्या male gamete produce कर रहा है, उसे हम bisexual और hermaphrodite कहते हैं. What is unisexual? The organism in which male and female reproductive system are present in different individuals. मतलब अलग अलग male और female में present होता है, उसे हम unisexual कहते हैं, like human being and bird. Now let's study about fertilization. Fertilization दो तरीके से होती है, internal और external. So first is एक्सटर्नल, जो आप में दिखा था, जो आउटसाइड द बॉडी होता है. इट टेक्स प्लेस आउटसाइड द बॉडी ऑफ फीमेल पेरेंट, राइट? लाइक वी हैव फिश, स्टार, ये एम्फीबियंस. यू शुड रिमेंबर द एक्सटर्नल फर्टिलाइजेशन टेक प्लेस इन वाटर. प्रोसेस क्या है? ड्यूरिंग रेनी सीजन फ्रॉक्स मूव टू पॉन्ड्स और स्लो मूविंग स्ट्रीम्स. द मेल एंड फीमेल फ्रॉक्स कम टुगेदर इन वाटर. फीमेल फ्रॉक ले करता है हंड्रेड्स ऑफ एग, एंड व्हाट्स हैपन, दीज एग्स डू नॉट हैव हार्ड शेल लाइक अदर एग. The eggs of female frog have a layer of jelly, जो क्या provide करती है? Protection to them, right? So we can say when the sperm come in contact with eggs, fertilization take place, और hundreds of new frogs came into existence. Internal fertilization क्या होती है? तो female की body के अंदर होती है, जैसे human कोई cattle हो गया, ये क्या होती है? Internal fertilization. Process क्या है internal fertilization का? Male, what it's do? Male sperm is ejected inside the body of female partner. किसके थ्रू? Reproductive organ के थ्रू. And the sperm reaches the female reproductive organ, जहाँ पे दोनों मेल और फीमेल क्या करते हैं? फ्यूज करते हैं और न्यू सेल इज फॉर्म, जिसे हम जाइगोट कहते हैं. दिस जाइगोट ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम चेंजेस इन एम्ब्रियो, और ये किसमें डेवलप होता है? न्यू इंडिविजुअल. राइट? इन एनिमल्स व्हेन द फर्टिलाइजेशन इज इंटरनल, देयर आर डिफरेंट वेज इन व्हिच फर्टिलाइज्ड एग डेवलप्स अ न्यू ऑर्गेनिज्म. राइट? लाइक बर्ड्स लेज फर्टिलाइज्ड एग, हम एग को वार्म रखते हैं, उस पर बैठते हैं. Right? And unlike birds and reptiles, cow, dogs, human, they give birth to fully formed young. हम किसको birth देते हैं? Fully formed young. Let's talk about reproduction in human. In human reproductive system, both male and female individually are involved. Each parent has different reproductive system. So let's study about the reproductive system of male and female. Right? So male reproductive system include pair of testes which are located outside the abdominal cavity, जिसे हम scrotal sac कहते हैं. Right? The sperm leaves testes through sperm duct and vas deferens, and each sperm has a head, एक middle piece होता है और tail होता है. ये usual cell components होते हैं. Right? What we call them usual cell components. When sperm moves through the sperm duct, the different glands secrete fluid. जो sperm के साथ क्या होता है? Mix होता है. क्या form करता है? Semen form करता है. Right? So we can say what is female reproductive system. इसमें दो ovaries होती है, duct होते हैं, दो fallopian tubes होते हैं. So the pair of ovaries produce female gamete, ovum और egg. ये भी produce करता है female sex hormone, जिसे हम एस्ट्रोजन कहते हैं और प्रोजेस्टेरोन कहते हैं. So we can say fallopian tube have finger-like projection and open up in a funnel-shaped structure. ठीक है, इनको हम it comes out from the ovaries and they take place in the fallopian tube. You should remember that single matured egg is released into the oviduct by one of the ovaries every month in the female body. Right? Now, what is fertilization of sperm and ovum? What happens जो आपका मेल पेरेंट गैमेट प्रोड्यूस करता है वो हर दिन टेस्टिस प्रोड्यूस करता है. The female parent produces female gamete egg in his ovary, and a single matured egg is released into the oviduct, right? And the sperm made in the testes of men are introduced into the vagina of women. किसके through parents during mating, right? And the nucleus of only born sperm and the nucleus of egg fuse together. और ये क्या form करते हैं? Single nucleus. और जो fusion होता है male and female gametes को उसमें क्या कहते हैं? Fertilization. The fertilization result in the formation of zygote. The zygote cell divides many times to form an embryo. और embryo क्या करता है? Moves down the fallopian tube into uterus. The embryo takes about 9 months to develop a new individual. Right? नया individual develop करने के लिए 9 months लेता है. Then we have test tube babies. You might have seen women who cannot bear child. वो उनका जो fallopian tube होता है वो blocked होता है. तो हम नई techniques का use कर रहे हैं. That is your what? Test tube baby technique. The sperm fertilize the egg to form an embryo. The woman born where the embryo develops. After 9 months, it is fully developed and take birth. This technique was successful in the human in 1978 with some veto fertilization. Now, development of embryo. So, you have studied that zygote is formed in the oviduct after fertilization. Zygote divides repeatedly. जिससे क्या होता है? Rise of ball of cells. Right? So we can say that developing structure is called embryo, and the embryo gets embedded in the walls of uterus for the further development. Right? Embryo gradually develops body parts. The stage of embryo in which body parts of the unborn baby is identified. उसको क्या बोला जाता है? Fetus बोला जाता है. Now internal fertilization in hands. It takes place inside the body of female bird, and after fertilization zygote divides repeatedly और वो travel down करता है oviduct में, and these protective layer takes और ये क्या फॉर्म करते हैं? हार्ट सेल. आफ्टर द हार्ट सेल इज फॉर्म्ड अराउंड द एम्ब्रियो अबाउट 3 weeks to develop, एंड ड्यूरिंग दिस पीरियड हैंड रेगुलरली सिट्स ऑन द एग और उसको सफिशिएंट वार्मथ प्रोवाइड करती है जितनी उसे चाहिए होती है. राइट? नेक्स्ट, इट टेक्स प्लेस इनसाइड द बॉडी ऑफ हैंड बट द एम्ब्रियो डेवलप आउटसाइड द बॉडी. वी हैव 2 types of animals, viviporous and oviporous. Viviporous means which gives birth to young ones. उन्हें viviporous कहते हैं, और जो एग ले करते हैं वो oviparous, जैसे amphibians, fish, insects and reptiles. We have 2. Next is, हमने अभी sexual reproduction पढ़ा, अब हम पढ़ते हैं asexual reproduction. In this mode of reproduction, new offspring are produced from single parent. It is generally observed in single-celled organisms. No fusion of gamete is involved here. The offspring produce identical to each other, both physically as well as genetically. Next is features क्या है? Only single parent involved, no gamete formation. Whole process बहुत less time लगता है, not lengthy. Offspring are exact copy of parent, no variation, and there is a growth is rapid. It can be of 2 types, fission and budding. What is fission? In this method, the parent cells split into 2 new ones. Both new split cells turn into new individual, and it occurs in most unicellular organisms like amoeba and paramecium. It is a single-celled organism. क्योंकि जो amoeba होता है वो single-celled organism है. Right? Then we have budding. It is another type of asexual reproduction जो hydra में होता है, and a small projection is formed on the side of the body. सब bud कहते हैं. और जो small hydra है within 2 days ये detach करता है from the main body और वो start independent living जीना start कर देता है. ठीक है? वो अलग होगी. Right? This is all about the reproduction in animal. Hope you understood. Now we will meet in the next class. Thank you.